I was trying to hold off on recording this video until the Stellar Blade petition hit that 75,000 marker. It's so close, but I got to move on with my day because I'm writing a lot of cool stuff right now, including a Space Marine comic, which will have no female Space Marines, and some other stuff too. I'm working on a lot of cool just properties in science fiction. And if you want to support us, support our art and the journalism here, even if you just like the channel and you want to help us get ahead, come join our Subscribe Star. We just got a few new members, and we're really making great progress. My goal is to get to a point where we can pay for a full issue of comic art every single month out of this, and it's getting close. So thank you guys for joining in on this. I've got a Patreon as well. Those links are in the description below, and they both have the same content, and they're both great ways to support us. Subscribe Star is a little better for free speech, so I like to promote this more. And thank you guys so much for hanging out during our coverage of Stellar Blade and everything else that's going on in the mainstream news. I just never understood why these people love to bow to the mainstream media pressure so much. It's very clear where the customers are at, and the customers want uncensored games that fulfill the vision that the creators were promising, and also deliver exactly what the trailer said it was going to deliver. It's pretty simple. So when you edit things out, when you make censorship things like Stellar Blade did and like Sony's done, it's really just a blight on the company. It's anti-consumer. It's false advertising. And we know that PlayStation was refunding some Stellar Blade games for false advertising. People complained about it in that direction. Other people did not get their stuff refunded. It's been a big cluster all the way around over the last couple of weeks. And this signature's been out there, and the woke are really, really afraid of this. We're seeing all these petitions, and they keep moving the goalpost, right? Oh, nobody's going to sign this. This is a waste of time. Oh, wow. Only sad people are signing this. No, it's not sad people. It's just gamers who want what they paid for, and that's it. And so it matters. This sort of thing matters. It's not just about a couple inches of cloth or even fake cloth on a animated character. It is about just companies fulfilling their promises, doing what they're told, respecting the customers, respecting gamers, and actually knowing that the power lies with the consumer, not with them. They don't own any of this. None of this works without them. And it's something that even at my level, I understand this as a writer. Or as a content creator here, like, I'm nothing without you. If you don't watch my videos, I don't matter. If you don't read my books, those don't matter. So I take customer feedback very, very seriously and try to do better on the next one every single time. And try to if there's a problem, fix it for you guys. And that's the thing. It's all about respecting customers, and that's at the end of the day why independents are going to win out over these big monoliths like Sony that want to have just like control over everything. You see the Helldivers 2 controversy going on today with what's happening. But there's Stellar Blade updates as well, and there hasn't been a lot lately. The last sort of thing that came out of this was the developer gave an interview, and in that interview said that it was always intended to be this way, which is a complete lie, and when asked about it. And it was obviously something that corporate mandated him to do and say. And he said they're investigating into it. And I actually took heart in that. I thought, you know what? Since they're investigating into it, maybe we can get something moving and maybe it'll go. 74,000 people is not a joke. And I know Grums wants to get this to 100K. And I really hope it gets there because that will, just send a clear message. At that point, like if this company is ignoring it, they literally are just showing disdain for you and hate for you as gamers, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the company already is starting to signal that they care more about the media establishment and just the approval than anything else. And it boggles my mind, like why they do this. And this is what happened today. Kotaku wrote this article. Stellar Blade's Eve is hottest when she's not revealing anything. I mean, this is such gaslighting by Kotaku, and I can't believe that they'd retweet this. Like they're trying to say that Kotaku and Alyssa Mercante and these people out there that are anti, freedom, anti-gamer, who gaslight you on every turn, are what's important to them. Getting these articles are what's important to them. And this is a crazy article. With over 70 outfits to collect in PS5 Shift Ups exclusive, some are way sexier than others. I'm having a great time with Stellar Blade. I mean, it's just absolutely ignoring thing. It's no secret the game's been a hot topic of discussion online lately, with something of a firestorm raging over Eve, a soldier who slays heels while slaying aliens. Some folks have been freaking out over how they feel certain outfits were censored. How they feel certain outfits were censored. Look at how they phrase things. This is crazy. It was censored. You don't feel that it was censored. It was. I mean, this is nuts. And this is what they do. Creating petitions to free Stellar Blade from censorship gods and prudes. It's ... a take, to be sure. Especially considering how hot Eve and her outfits already are. So even though they toned it down, even though they changed it, even though they tried to prevent the male gaze for their publishing partners at Sony, you're going to be gaslit into saying that, oh, it's totally all fine. This is ridiculous. There's already one that essentially leaves her naked. Wow. So this is where it goes. This is really weird. Then he makes it all about himself, and this is what they always do. And not because I'm some kind of Puritan. It's ridiculous. But this is very weird take, and this whole deal about leaving things to the imagination. Thousands of words on here are just pointless, and it's crazy that Stellar Blade is pushing Kotaku narratives to try to go against the gamers. But they're not the only company that's doing so. I mean, we had the farm folks yesterday. You remember the jiggle physics. And this guy went to Kotaku and gave this interview, hoping, and of course, Alyssa Mercante just shat on Grums and you as gamers, and just made a total travesty out of that interview. Now he's saying he's being taken out of context, and this is really interesting. You've been using me as a tool against your nemesis. What did you expect, Alex? When you went to Kotaku and you ran to Kotaku for an interview trying to get some promotion from Alyssa Mercante, of all people, what did you think was going to happen? You didn't think she'd use it for your political agenda? And by the way, you've been espousing crap about the political agenda in your Discord, virtue signaling against gamers and the like this entire time. So he says she misrepresented a few of her points. You agreed it's not that it's cool to have women's breast movement in games. You reached me for clarification yourself, then refused to share it with your readers on X. So here's his commentary with Alyssa. Very interesting here. Hi, Alex. I noticed you've been replying to people saying I intentionally misrepresented one of your quotes. What did you mean to say? I recorded the conversation, went over it with transcription. Hi, Alyssa. I strongly believe that the sentence was taken out of context to support a specific narrative and goal. I mean, she's never going to be ingenuous with you. The quote that you shared was my response to people who are offended by the breast movement in the game. I'm clarifying what I meant since it seems to be taken in a bigger context. I probably didn't choose the best words to express it. Gosh, this guy's tripping all over himself. And she actually shows him a deal. This is the quote in place. And he says, I probably didn't choose the best words to express it. So he needs to have that in there, he says, which doesn't change the statement. The goal is to make it elegant and sensitive towards women and their bodies. You have to be a very poor kind of person to sexualize this. This is what the guy said. And he just wants to add, I probably didn't choose the best words to express it. Ridiculous. But this is what you get. You try to appeal to these people, this woke mob. They're never happy. They're never going to care. They're never going to actually work towards the best interest of the game and gamers. They're just doing for their own clout and their own access. And so it's this big circle jerk always. And the only people that get hurt out of this are gamers who are trying to buy an experience and have some immersion in something that's fun. And they get embroiled in all this stuff that, it leaves a sour taste in the game. You just can't play it after you know that there's censorship going on, after you know that these companies are lying about it, after you know that they're running to Kotaku to try to hide behind Alyssa Mercante's skirt. And use her as a shield, it's just not fun anymore. And then it kills entertainment. And that's what we've got right here. Very, very weird. I'm very shocked that Stellar Blade did this, especially given the strength of this petition right here. I mean, you have to be insane to go to that company after seeing that your player base is doing this. Why is it so hard to just give gamers what they want? I mean, isn't that what business is supposed to be about? Very bizarre. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Go join my subscribe store. I try to give you what you want. And please, if there's different content that you want, I would love to hear from you. I've got books in the description below too if you want to check those out. Thanks so much for being there, and we'll see you soon.